Man, baitcast reels really can get overwhelming, especially in the bass fishing world. You got so many different options, as you can see here in my rod locker. And one thing that gets really confusing about all these is that gear ratio. Let's simplify it. What's up, guys? Anthony with Real American Outdoors. It is springtime. We are talking open water fishing finally. So behind me, we got a ton of baitcast reels. I'm just breaking up here. And one thing I wanted to go over today was just some basics on purchasing a baitcast reel, specifically for gear ratio. There's a lot of new buyers out there, and it can get overwhelming. I mean, you can see right here, I got a lot right here, and I got even more in the rod locker, as you saw in the beginning part of the video. Now, you don't need to make it confusing at all. You could just buy one and call it a day. And if you're just going to buy one, we're going to talk about which one you should buy if you're only going to buy one, and some different applications of the gear ratio. The gear ratio, to understand it fully, is you will notice that on the handle of pretty much every baitcaster, this is a Lew's speed spool, you will see right there by my pinky, it says 5, 4 to 1. So what that means is that this spool in here will turn 5.4 times for every one full rotation of the handle. So whether you're a 7:1 gear ratio, that will turn 7.1 times for every one full rotation. Starting off, we'll start with this one. This is a 5, 4 to 1. So any of your low 5 gear ratios, I think they're going to be good for your deep cranks, your slow rolling a big swim bait, a very large bait that you really want to go slow in the water. These things got torque. And so it will put a little less strain on the angler themselves. But again, this is a very slow reel, and I began to phase these out from my deep crank section. Moving up to the 6 series. This is a 6.2 to 1 Lew's KVD speed spool. So again, this means that spool will turn 6.2 times for every one full rotation of that handle. I personally use this for jerk baits. I think it's good for medium crankbaits, like spinner baits in deeper water, and also your Alabama rigs are really good at this gear ratio size. So moving up to the 6.8 to 1 gear ratio. This is something I really love to use for spinner baits around docks, bladed jigs, or your freedom kickers, and I think this is a very good all-around reel for me personally, but not what I would recommend for other people, because this thing allows a very fast fisherman. If you are a angler that fishes really quickly and are looking for 1 or 2 reels, this is the reel size I would buy, because you can fish it fast and it's very forgiving, versus a 7-something gear ratio, where if you're going to fish it fast and you really need to be slowing down and you're not even noticing it, this will give you a little bit more leeway. All right, now next up to the 7 series. So both these right here, this is a 7.1 to 1 and this is a 7.5 to 1. I use both these reel sizes for your swim baits like you see right here. I'll use it for my tubes, Texas rigs, other jerk baits, swim jigs, football jigs, frogging. I will even throw a 7.5 to 1, utilize it as a flipping reel. This is probably the overall best reel you can buy. If you're only going to buy one reel, I would buy a low 7s gear ratio baitcast reel. That is something you can do every single application with. Put that together with a 7-foot medium heavy and you're golden. You can pretty much do anything with that. Going up to the 8.1 to your 9s gear ratios, I've seen 10 out there. Those are really good for flipping again, your frogging, and just for really getting that line out of the water quickly. Even some deep water like football jigs, you want to be able to pick up that slack really quickly. So I personally don't have any of those here. Hopefully in the future I'll be utilizing that as my flipping reel and switching that out. But all right, guys, hopefully this video helped explaining gear ratios on baitcasters to help you in your next purchase, or at least point you in the right direction. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comment section below. We'll do our best to answer them. For all your bass fishing tackle needs, visit RealAmericanOutdoors.com. We have our REO Jig Week going on right now. It's 20% off all jigs. We meet or beat all tackle prices across the industry, and please check us out, because if you look in the distance right there, we got some custom FAFO fishing crankbait colors that will be coming, hitting the website soon. So a lot more to come on those. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.